Most people have no idea that the Sea People might not have been a foreign invasion force at all, but actually the victims of a catastrophic system failure. We're taught they were bloodthirsty pirates sailing in from nowhere, but modern climate data suggests they were actually desperate refugees. Think about it. A centuries-long drought devastated the food supply across the Mediterranean. When your crops fail, your society collapses, and you become a nomad. They weren't a unified army. They were starving farmers who had nothing left to lose, marching toward the wealthy trade hubs of the Bronze Age, essentially forced into the role of invaders by a dying planet. It changes how you view history, doesn't it? But wait until you hear how they weaponized our own technology against us. Here's something they never taught you. The Sea People might have defeated the world's greatest empires because of a revolutionary switch in weaponry. Before them, wars were fought by chariot-riding elites using heavy spears. But the Sea People brought the Naue-2 sword, a weapon designed for hacking and thrusting rather than stabbing. This new metal alloy was cheaper, stronger, and completely shattered the traditional dominance of the aristocratic chariot warriors. Suddenly, a lowly, desperate foot soldier could take down a high-ranking noble in a chariot. It was the original tech disruption. But fact number 4 is the one that changes everything about how we perceive these ghosts of history. Most people have no idea that the Sea People were never a single group, but a diverse confederation of displaced people that included survivors from the very civilizations they were attacking. We've found evidence in ancient inscriptions that suggests internal rebellions were happening simultaneously with the outside raids. It wasn't just us versus them. It was a globalized world collapsing from the inside out. Your enemy was likely the neighbor who grew tired of being taxed into starvation by the palace elite. The collapse wasn't an event. It was a total social contagion where everyone stopped trusting the authorities. It makes you wonder how stable our own modern systems really are. Right? Here's something they never taught you. The Sea People were masters of guerrilla naval warfare, long before the term existed. They used small, nimble ships to engage massive, slow-moving merchant vessels that were the backbone of the global economy. By choking off the shipping lanes, they cut the supply chains of copper and tin that were essential for making bronze. Without these metals, the elite armies couldn't repair their gear, and the trade networks, which kept the global economy alive, simply stopped overnight. They didn't have to win a big battle. They just had to stop the boats. But the final fact is truly mind-blowing, because it turns out we might have been looking at the identity of the Sea People completely backwards. Most people have no idea that we actually have the names of the Sea People tribes written in stone, and some of them might have been the ancestors of famous biblical groups. The Ekwesh, the Luka, the Denyen. These weren't just random raiders. DNA evidence and linguistic clues suggest many of these people settled into the Levant and became the Philistines. The very people who destroyed the Bronze Age were the ones who helped build the foundations of the Iron Age civilizations that followed. They weren't just the end of the world. They were the bridge to our own. If this blew your mind, hit subscribe. New video every single day. You won't want to miss what's